This is highly unlikely, but in the event of an emergency requiring the building to be evacuated, we ask that you would, in that case, please proceed to the nearest exit. And that nearest exit may not be in the direction of your vehicle or your destination, but please exit the building through the closest exit to you and then proceed to your vehicle or destination from there. And should shelter need to be sought out within the building, please proceed in an orderly fashion out the theater doors and then proceed to the hallways in the center of the building, away from windows and doors. If you require physical assistance, please notify one of the event staff personnel. We are just about ready to get started, and we'll do so in about 5 minutes, so we'll talk with you soon.
Are they ready to come on stage? Yes. Okay.
Good afternoon again, everybody. Welcome to Minnesota State University Moorhead. Thank you for braving the elements. Who knew this would, well, I suppose we knew a few days ago, didn't we, that this was going to happen. But yeah, everybody made it fine, and so we're really, really glad to hear that. As a courtesy to our graduates, we ask that you silence your cell phones at this time. The university's made special arrangements to have a professional photograph taken of each graduate at the time that they cross the stage, and you're going to be able to purchase those at a later date if you'd like to do that. Today's music is brought to you by the Minnesota State University Moorhead Wind Ensemble under the direction of Dr. Benjamin Druffel, Assistant Professor of Music, and the MSUM Chamber Singer under the direction of Michael Johnson, Dr. Michael Johnson, Assistant Professor of Music. So now, please rise to meet our graduates today. Our graduates from Graduate Studies, the College of Education and Human Services, and the College of Arts and Humanities, preceded by our distinguished platform guests and members of our faculty. It gives me great pleasure to present the graduates from Graduate Studies, the College of Education and Human Services, and the College of Arts and Humanities to you and President Tim Downs. Please remain standing now to meet our special color guard, presenting our national colors from the NDSU Army and Air Force Color Guard. At this time, please remove your hats and join me in facing our American flag. MSUM Chamber Singers will lead us in singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Please be seated, everybody. Before we begin, a few words from MSUM Campus Diversity Officer Jared Pigeon.
Well, thank you and greetings to all. My name is Jared Pigeon. I use the he, him pronouns, and I'm charged with creating an inclusive campus environment for all learners, preparing students for a global world, and moving us towards equitable outcomes. MSUM not only recognizes students' identities, but we also strive to celebrate those identities as a fabric of our institution. Today, you will see many forms of identity expression, such as students wearing various stoles and sashes that recognize their academic achievements, their home countries, and their identities that they hold near and dear to their dragon hearts. We are committed to creating a campus community that is diverse, inclusive, globally aware, and just. The students before you graduating are that, prepared to succeed in today's society. I will now read our land acknowledgement statement. MSUM acknowledges that it occupies the ancestral land of the Anishinaabe, Ojibwe, Dakota, Sisseton, Wahpeton, and Yanktonai Dakota First Nations. With respect, we honor the elders, past and present, who have stewarded this land through generations. We acknowledge that we are on these traditional lands as a demonstration of our respect and understanding of where we are. We will continue to strive towards building a better relationship between our university and the indigenous community. And now, please join me in welcoming President of Minnesota State University Moorhead, Dr. Tim Downs.
Thank you, Jared, and thank you for your leadership on campus. Welcome and congratulations to our graduates. A special thanks to the friends and family members who have helped today. As graduates grew and achieved their goals, these people were there for you. These are the support network people, the very people who supported our graduates during this educational journey. Graduates, This is the day you've been waiting for, the day you've been working so hard for, the day you've dreamed of since you first joined Minnesota State Moorhead. Today confirms your hard work, and it's paid off. The tenacity required during your journey. You navigated college, you've completed countless assignments, papers, tests, and now all the results are in, and it's time for you to graduate. I am very thankful for our talented faculty and staff for their efforts to educate you and support your efforts. One reality we need to regularly confirm is the excellence of our academic programs. As a regional university, Minnesota State Moorhead has exceptionally proven that all of our academic programs are recognized for their outstanding curriculum and the faculty. And this is recognition that's garnered nationally. It's not just a local or regional issue. I would like to thank the provost, the deans, department chairs, and the faculty for sustaining all of our academic programs. It's at the heart of what we do. So thank you very much. At this time, I would ask our faculty and staff to rise and be recognized. Will everyone please join me in thanking this outstanding group of professionals for their support of our graduates? Please rise. As an educator, I believe completing a degree at a university is a major accomplishment. It's one that you should be proud of for the rest of your life. I personally congratulate you with the highest amount of respect and excitement for your future. I recommend that as you move forward in your life, do so with confidence. The learning and development you have experienced at Minnesota State Moorhead prepares you as a young professional, someone who can successfully compete in this world and contribute to the communities where you reside. I am confident in your abilities and know that you compete with anyone. I'm going to say that twice because I want you to really listen to this. I'm confident in your abilities and know that you can compete with anyone. So be sure to have that level of confidence in yourself as you move forward in life. One aspect of your education has been learning to think critically. We ask you to use these life skills to make responsible decisions, sharing your abilities to think critically and ethically. Be sure to share your insights with others so they can benefit from your insights and the intellect that you possess. These critical thinking skills can facilitate life's decisions and actions that will lead to ethical choices that focus on things like equity and social responsibility, the core of who you are as a dragon. I know this aspect of living life may seem daunting at times, but I know you are now prepared to manage and lead through many challenges that life may present. I also know your time on campus has created many fond memories, and these memories have created fond and lifelong relationships. We have appreciated having you as a part of our learning community. We know you'll miss Minnesota State Moorhead and the friendships and memories you've created here with your fellow students, faculty, and staff. We will miss you on campus, but celebrate your opportunities to move forward in life. Of course, I would be remiss if I didn't suggest that any of you are considering additional education. We ask that you explore this and these opportunities here at this institution. Your educational future and needs aren't done yet. You'll be a lifelong learner and call upon us to assist in any way possible. In the meantime, please keep in contact with us so we can follow your many successes. Last, I know you'll always be a dragon at heart. Know that you always have the support of your alma mater. MSU Moorhead is proud of you, our graduates, and all of you have accomplished to this point. We'll also be proud of everything you wish to accomplish and that you will accomplish in the future. All these things will happen in your future because of the experience you had on our campus and with all of our colleagues in this learning community. Again, congratulations. It is an honor for me to serve this great university and to celebrate with all of you today. We cannot wait to see what you will accomplish next. Go Dragons. At this time, I'd like to recognize people on the stage. So if you could please stand, and when I call your name, these are people that are here to celebrate with us, as well as our administrative council team, people that really lead the institution. First off, representing our faculty, Dr. Oscar Flores, Faculty Association President. Mr. Daniel Cook, Student Senate President. Representing the Tri-College University, Mr. Tim Flackel, who serves as Provost. Representing the Minnesota House of Representatives, Representative Heather Keeler. Additional individuals that are on our administrative council, Dr. Peter Sherman, Dean Kaya K. Nelson, Dean Oki Lee, Dean Lisa Narat, Dr. Jason Trainer, Ms. Karen Qualley, Ms. Brenda Norris, Dean Kara Gravely Stack, Mr. Jared Pigeon, Dr. Robert Nava, Mr. George Tippins, Dr. Ellen Fagerstrom, Ms. Karen Lester, Mr. Chad Markison, Mr. Gary Haugo. Thank you all for what you do at this university. Minnesota State University is part of the Minnesota State Colleges and Universities led by Chancellor Scott Olson. The individuals that I just introduced you to are administrative council and friends of the university. Throughout the auditorium, you'll also see students who are wearing red jackets and assisting with the ceremony. These students are Dragon ambassadors who represent the university with distinction. To the left is Mr. Darren Selvig, who's serving as our MC today. Thank you, Darren, for your wonderful pipes. He will also introduce our graduates as they move forward to receive their diplomas. I'm also pleased to introduce at this time Dr. Eric Jackson, who serves as our Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs. Dr. Jackson serves as the MC for these ceremonies. Dr. Jackson.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, President Downs. Today, we expected to welcome Trustee Roger Moe to give remarks on behalf of the system office, but unfortunately, he was unable to join us today. However, I will talk a little bit about his work throughout his career. Roger Moe has served on the Board of Trustees since 2014. He is the current president of National Strategies Incorporated. He served 32 years in the Minnesota legislature, including 22 years as a Senate Majority Leader. His legislative accomplishments include the creation of Minnesota State Colleges and Universities, the Minnesota Job Skills Partnership, the Midwest Higher Education Commission, and the Environmental Trust Fund. He has also served as Vice President of Coleman Christensen Incorporated and as a mathematics teacher and coach at Ada High School. Mr. Moe is a former member of the Policy Consensus Initiative Board of Directors, Debate Minnesota, the Minnesota Twins Community Fund Governance Committee, and the Minnesota Job Skills Partnership Board. Senator Moe earned his bachelor's degree from Mayville State University and an honorary Doctor of Laws degree from the University of Minnesota for his years of public service. Governor Tim Walz reappointed Mr. Moe to the Board of Trustees in 2020. Today, Dr. Pete Sherman, Dean of the College of Business, Analytics, and Communications, will read the remarks from Trustee Moe. Dr. Sherman.
Thank you, Provost Jackson. Greetings. My name is Peter Sherman, and I serve as the Dean of the College of Business, Analytics, and Communication here at MSUM. Roger Moe offers his congratulations to all of you who are graduating today from MSUM. The following are his remarks. We know to get to this day, you've had to juggle a lot of work, family, and community responsibilities while pursuing your studies. We are so very proud of your dedication and perseverance. We are confident the education you received has equipped you to be leaders in both your careers and your community, and truly believe that each of you represents hope for a bright and bold future for your families, your community, and for Minnesota and for our world. Minnesota State is an interdependent network of vibrant colleges and universities committed to being a place of hope and opportunity for our students. No matter where you are from or where you are coming from, each of our colleges and universities contribute to an engaged, equitable, and productive society and serve as catalysts for social and economic vibrancy. All of us who are celebrating with you today do so because we believe in the power of public higher education to change lives. Today, we celebrate because we believe that the outstanding, accessible, affordable, and relevant education that our colleges and universities have provided to you and to thousands of others has never been more important. As you move to the next stage of your life's journey, please know that just because you are graduating, you will never lose your connection to Minnesota State University Moorhead. You will carry the mission of this institution no matter where you go, whether it's down the street, to another state, or across the ocean. So, Minnesota State University Moorhead Class of 2024, on behalf of all of the people who applaud you and your achievements, please accept my heartfelt congratulations on this important milestone in your lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Sherman, for making remarks on behalf of Trustee Roger Moe. Next, I am honored to introduce our commencement speaker, Mr. Gabe Dannenbring. Mr. Gabe Dannenbring is a proud alumnus of Minnesota State University Moorhead and now serves as a 7th grade science teacher and coach in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. With a thriving online following of over 2 million across his social media platforms, Gabe has become a trusted voice in education, sharing thought-provoking insights on teaching, personal growth, and cultural topics. Beyond the classroom, Gabe's influence spans multiple areas. He starred in a Netflix hit show, Surviving Paradise, and co-hosts Teachers Off Duty, the nation's largest teacher-focused podcast. Gabe is also a regular contributor to the News Nation Morning in America, where he offers expert commentary on critical issues in education. His work and perspectives have been featured in prominent outlets such as Fox News, Newsweek, Business Insider, and the Financial Post, earning him recognition as a thought leader in education. In addition to his educational impact, Gabe is a leader in the business of social media, collaborating with the dozens of Fortune 500 companies on innovative campaigns that connect brands with diverse audiences. Known for bridging traditional teaching with the dynamic world of digital engagement, Gabe brings his innovative and forward-thinking approach to every stage he graces. So please join me in welcoming Gabe Dannenbring.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's truly an honor to stand before you today, celebrating the remarkable achievements of this graduating class. And thank you to President Downs for inviting me here. After only knowing President Downs for a couple of hours, I've discovered that this college is in great hands with him. He's going to do a wonderful job. My name is Gabe Dannenbring, and I have the privilege of being an MSUM graduate, class of 2019. I'm a 7th grade science teacher, and some of you may know me from Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and unfortunately, reality TV. As you look around, you will see some incredibly distinguished faculty members, most of whom have at least one doctorate in their field. So with that being said, they somehow decided that I a middle school science teacher who doubles as a TikToker and reality show star, should be the one who gives you some wisdom today. Can't promise you any newfound wisdom, but I'll promise you two things. One, I'll keep it short, and two, I'll have a beer with you at Cowboy Jack's tonight. But all jokes aside, I've learned one thing about MSUM graduates. We are different. A degree from Minnesota State University Moorhead is different. I first heard about Minnesota State Moorhead in the summer of 2015 when I got a recruitment letter to run track and cross country here. My first thoughts were, where the hell is Moorhead, Minnesota? And a dragon's a weird mascot. As a high schooler, I told myself the college I would attend would be a big school somewhere warm. Well, you can tell that this is not a big school and neither somewhere warm, as it is a blizzard. The reason why I stayed here, and many of you, is because a degree from MSUM is different. A degree from MSUM teaches you many things other places do not. It teaches you how to care for your community. After my first recruiting visit, I fell in love with the school and the city. Internally, I committed to the school the second I walked off campus. Now, in reality, I waited a couple weeks because I love the feeling of being wined and dined at other schools. Athletes who kind of know the feeling. I knew right away something was different about the MSUM community. Community is a word that is synonymous with MSUM. MSUM in the Fargo-Moorhead area was the first place that I ever lived where I truly felt community. Like many of you growing up, you heard the word community and rolled your eyes because you're like, yeah, I get it. I know the jargon, whatever, community. That word means nothing to you until you live in a place where you feel community. The reason why MSUM and the Fargo-Moorhead area has such a strong community is because you have to be intentional about living here. There's nothing glamorous about living here. There's nothing glamorous about going to school where it's freezing and snows all the time. But for some reason, we did it because MSUM is different. The wind doesn't just blow you into Moorhead, Minnesota. You have to be intentional about living here. We could have all chosen to go to a college elsewhere, but we did not. I want to see a show of hands. How many of you are not from the Fargo-Moorhead area? Okay, a lot of us. That means so many of you in here experienced your first winter and thought to yourselves, yeah, I'm going to stay here for 4 more years. There's something about this place that's different. A degree from MSUM is different because it teaches you grit. I once gave a keynote speech at Arizona State, and I heard someone in their college say that they had grit. No offense to Arizona State, but what are they talking about? I remember going to school here, waking up to go to practice, and it was negative 20 degrees out and dark. Then I would go to class, then I'd go to practice again, and it was still dark and somehow now negative 30 degrees. Going to this college teaches you grit. Experiencing that day after day for years is the definition of gritty. It is easy to want to live this place. It is easy to sleep in during the dark days of winter, but you didn't. And that's why MSUM is different. You chose to do what is hard. Another reason a degree from MSUM is different from the rest is because the academics. Around you are some brilliant minds. The great thing about MSUM is that even the most brilliant of minds get challenged here. Not every college can say that. Talking about you, Mankato. Just kidding. All of you knew the experience and had the experience of staying up late, trying to get your homework done, submitting assignments at the last minute, and feeling that sense of relief. Quickly followed by the thought of, am I having a heart attack? And then you remember, no, that's just the feeling of shotgunning 3 Red Bulls trying to get things done last minute. Now all of you are preparing to leave here and head out into the real world with a new degree. But before you leave, I want to share a story with you, followed by a challenge. Charles Plum was a U.S. Navy jet pilot in Vietnam. After 75 combat missions, his plane was destroyed by surface-to-air missiles. Plum ejected and parachuted into enemy hands. He was captured and spent 6 years in a communist Vietnamese prison. He survived the ordeal and now speaks on the lessons learned from that experience. One day, when Plum and his wife were sitting in a restaurant, a man at another table came up to him and said, "You're Plum. You flew jet fighters in Vietnam on the aircraft carrier Kitty Hawk. You were shot down. How in the world did you know that? Asked Plum. I packed your parachute, the man replied. Plum gasped in surprise and gratitude. The man pumped his hands and said, I guess it worked. Plum assured him, it sure did. If your chute hadn't worked, I wouldn't be here today. Plum couldn't sleep that night thinking about the man. Plum says, I kept wondering what he might have looked like in a Navy uniform. A white hat, a bib in the back, and bell-bottom trousers. I wonder how many times I might have seen him and not even said, good morning, how are you, or anything, because you see, I'm a fighter pilot, and he was just a sailor. Plum thought of the many hours the sailor had spent on a long wooden table in the bowels of the ship, carefully weaving the shrouds and folding the silks of each chute, holding in his hands each time the fate of someone he didn't know. Graduates, I want you to think about who packed your parachute. What people at this college or in your life packed your parachute? Now that you go out in the real world, it's now my challenge to you to go pack other people's parachutes. It's your turn to go produce something, go do more. And I want you to remember, a degree from MSUM is different. Now go change the world, and congratulations, class of 2024.
Thank you, Gabe, for your inspiring words. Now, members of the audience, you will notice colored ribbons, pins, and stoles distinguishing some of today's graduates. They are symbols of outstanding academic accomplishments or other affiliations and activities. Some of our graduates are wearing honor cords, which signify high academic achievement. Cum laude graduates are wearing white honor cords, while our cum laude graduates, as listed in the commencement program, stand and be recognized. Magna cum laude graduates are wearing red honor cords, while our magna cum laude graduates, as listed in the commencement program, stand and be recognized. Our summa cum laude graduates are wearing red and white honor cords, while our summa cum laude graduates, as listed in the commencement program, stand and be recognized. Our honors program graduates are wearing a gold stole, while our honors program graduates, as listed in the commencement program, stand and be recognized. We would also like to take this opportunity to recognize both those in the audience and those graduating today who at some point in their lives have either served in the armed forces or await fulfillment of military duties. Will our graduates who have participated in military service please stand and be recognized? If you are a spouse of a member of our military active or retired, please stand and be recognized. Now, will the members of the audience or members of the faculty who have engaged in military service please stand and be recognized? On behalf of the university, I thank you for your service. Now, in demonstration of our core values of grit, humility, and heart, will those members of the audience, members of the faculty, or members of today's graduating class who are first in their families to graduate from college, please stand and be recognized. And finally, will those members of the audience or members of the faculty who are MSUM alumni please stand and be recognized? It is inspiring to see so many MSUM alumni and friends who are transforming our world. Today's student commencement speaker was nominated by the deans of their college and recognized for their excellence. Today, our student speaker is Mary Rupp. Mary, originally from Campbell, Minnesota, is an accomplished student with a strong academic and professional background. Having completed the PSEO courses at Minnesota State Community and Technical College, Mary has earned a 3.8 GPA. Through MSUM and is a member of the Psi Chi Psychology Honor Society and the Criminal Justice Honor Society. Mary has gained valuable experience through an internship with local human services and is currently working for Otter Tail County and Child Protection. With a passion for psychology and criminal justice, Mary is set to pursue graduate degree in forensic psychology at the University of North Dakota. Please join me in welcoming Mary.
Good afternoon, esteemed faculty, staff, honored guests, proud families, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2024. Today, I want to share with you what it means to demonstrate grit, humility, and heart as a student at Minnesota State Moorhead. These three qualities, grit, humility, and heart, are not just abstract values or ideas that we encounter in the classroom. They are the very principles that guide our daily lives as we navigate the opportunities and challenges that come with being a student here. Let's start with grit. Grit is often described as passion and dedication for long-term goals, and it is one of the most important qualities a student can possess. Being a college student is hard. We face academic pressure, social challenges, personal doubts, and at times, the overwhelming weight of balancing our studies with work, family, and friends. But grit is what keeps us going when things get tough. It is the strength we use when we don't have the energy to keep pushing forward. That's what grit is. It's showing up even when it feels like the odds are against you. We all have our own moments when we can choose to give up or push through. It's in these moments that we build our resilience, our character, and our future successes. Humility is a quality that is often misunderstood. It's not about thinking less of yourself. It's about thinking about yourself less. At MSUM, we are a part of a community of diverse individuals who each bring a unique experience and perspective. Humility means understanding that you don't have all of the answers, and that's okay. Being humble in your academic journey doesn't mean you are weak. It means you are open to growth. It means seeking feedback from professors, classmates, advisors, and realizing that learning does not stop outside the classroom. It means acknowledging that you will make mistakes and that is part of the process. In fact, sometimes those mistakes are the ones that teach you the most. Humility helps us realize that we're part of something bigger than ourselves, whether it's a classroom discussion, a group project, or interacting with people from all walks of life. Humility makes us more open, more empathetic, and more able to connect with others. Lastly, heart is the driving force behind everything we do. It's the passion we bring to our studies, the kindness we show to others, and how we contribute to our community. At MSUM, we often talk about being dragons, and I believe this is more than just a school mascot. It's about embodying a fierce spirit, a spirit rooted in compassion and service. Heart means being there for others when they're struggling, whether it's a classmate, professor, or a member of the community. It's about supporting one another during finals week, offering a kind word to someone who's having a rough day, or standing up for what's right, even when it's not easy. One of the things I admire most about our campus community is the willingness to serve. That's heart in action. When we lead with our heart, we inspire others to do the same. Together, grit, humility, and heart are what make us who we are as MSUM students. These ingrained qualities from our time here as Dragons prepare us for our professional successes, personal growth, and community service, but they also shape us as individuals. With grit, we persevere, with humility, we grow, and heart, we connect. As we continue our journeys, whether in school, our careers, or life, let's remember that it's not about the victories we collect or the awards we earn that truly define us. It's how we rise up when we are faced with challenges, approach others with respect and understanding, and give ourselves to make the world a little better. That's what makes us Dragons. That is what has carried us through 4 or more years at MSUM, and that is what we will carry with us throughout our lives. As a double major in criminal justice and psychology, I have had the privilege of gaining a unique experience on how these fields intersect and shape our society. My experience as a student, intern, and soon-to-be graduate have equipped me with skills and knowledge that I am eager to use to make a tangible difference in the life of others. Through my coursework and internship, I have developed a deep understanding of the complexities of human behavior, the justice system, and how these forces impact vulnerable communities. I've learned to analyze situations critically, apply theory to real-world issues, and advocate for fair and just treatment of all individuals. The combination of these fields gives me the ability to approach challenges from multiple angles, whether it's supporting individuals involved in the justice system, improving mental health resources, or advocating. Looking ahead, as I continue my education in grad school, I will build on this foundation. I am committed to developing the expertise needed to lead change and advocate for support and rehabilitation. I believe I can transform the lives of others, particularly those who have been overlooked or underserved, by promoting justice, healing, and empowerment. And I believe you can too. Finally, to our professors, families, and friends, thank you for your unwavering support and encouragement. Your belief in us, even when we doubted ourselves, has made all of the difference. The sacrifices you have made and the lessons you have shared have helped us grow into the individuals we are today. We are deeply grateful and truly grateful for your patience and guidance, and we carry your support with us as we move forward. Your impact on our lives extends far beyond today, and we will continue to make you proud. Thank you.
One more round of applause for Mary. Thank you. All right, ready to celebrate? All right. Now our official commencement recognitions begin. Graduates will be invited to the stage by student ambassadors led by faculty marshals. Each graduate will be introduced as they walk across the stage to receive their diplomas and congratulations from President Downs. All students who have met the requirements for graduation are listed in the online program. All degrees granted today will be conferred through the deans of their respective colleges. Please hold your applause until all candidates for each college have been presented. Dr. Robert Nava, Dean of Graduate Studies and Extended Learning, will present the candidates for graduate degrees. Dr. Nava.
Will the graduate candidates please rise and remain standing? President Downs, it is my privilege to present the candidates for graduate degrees. On behalf of the graduate faculty, I certify that these candidates have met all graduate, college, and departmental requirements for the degrees to be conferred.
Pamela Andrusko, Master of Science in Educational Leadership. Amber Biley, Master of Science in Special Education. Noah Brendan, Specialist in Education Leadership. Lacey Cote, Master of Science in Curriculum and Instruction. Mary Davido, Master of Science in Educational Leadership. Taylor Essen, Master of Science in Curriculum and Instruction. Dion Heinen, Master of Science in Special Education. Abigail Holmquist, Master of Arts in Criminal Justice. Siri Gisted, Master of Science in Curriculum and Instruction. Isaiah Johnson, Master of Arts in Criminal Justice. Danny Kraft, Master of Social Work. Ellery Knight, Master of Science in Educational Leadership. Melissa Mokel, Master of Science in Educational Leadership. Lily Nelson, Master of Science in Educational Leadership. Katie Nold, Master of Science in Special Education. Ty Ogren, Master of Science in Counseling. Kate Olson, Master of Science in Curriculum and Instruction. Megan Ostendorf, Master of Science in Counseling. Brenda Romerheim, Master of Science in Special Education. Sean Smalley, Master of Science in Educational Leadership. Mary Spillum, Master of Science in Special Education. Paige Tetzloff, Master of Science in Educational Leadership. Richard Earl Watkins, Master of Arts in Criminal Justice. Mariah Weiss, Master of Science in Special Education. Representing the graduate faculty, Dr. Marcy Glessner, Associate Professor in the School of Teaching and Learning. Congratulations, graduates.
Dr. Oki Lee, Dean of the College of Education and Human Services, will present the candidates for degrees from the College of Education and Human Services. Dr. Lee.
Will the candidates for degrees in the College of Education and Human Services please rise and remain standing? President Downs, it is my privilege to present the candidates for degrees in the College of Education and Human Services. On behalf of the faculty of the college, I certify that these candidates have met all college, departmental, and undergraduate requirements for the degrees to be conferred.
Shavina Mady, Criminal Justice. Kate Anderson, Elementary Inclusive Ed, summa cum laude. Sarah Biek, Early Childhood Education. Charles Becker, magna cum laude, SLHS. Sierra Belch, Criminal Justice. Sailor Bitzer, magna cum laude, Elementary Inclusive Ed. Julia Broughton, summa cum laude, Elementary Inclusive Ed. Joel Brault, Criminal Justice. Sarah Busby, Social Work. Diane Collins, Early Childhood Education. Kayliana Dahl, summa cum laude, Social Work. Andrea Daler, Social Work. Courtney Dick, magna cum laude, Sociology. Abigail Evenson, summa cum laude, Elementary Inclusive Ed. Alicia Ford, Criminal Justice. Bailey Fry, cum laude, Elementary Inclusive Ed. Rebecca Gilday, Elementary Inclusive Ed. Lily Gooding, summa cum laude, Criminal Justice. Mackenzie Hauger, cum laude, Early Childhood Education. Samantha Haverin, Social Work, cum laude. Sky Lynn Henderson, summa cum laude, Elementary Inclusive Ed. Madison Ann Herdana, summa cum laude, Elementary Inclusive Ed. Hudil Halala, summa cum laude, Elementary Inclusive Ed. Elizabeth Hines, magna cum laude, Elementary Inclusive Ed. Lucy Holliday, magna cum laude, SLHS. Caitlin Huska, cum laude, Elementary Inclusive Ed. Carson Hunt, summa cum laude, Social Work. Sarah Kingland, summa cum laude, Elementary Inclusive Ed. Megan Klein, summa cum laude, Elementary Inclusive Ed. Ashley Knutson, SLHS. Anna Kramer, summa cum laude, SLHS. Brittany Krause, Criminal Justice. Grace Elizabeth Larson, magna cum laude, Elementary Inclusive Ed. Madison Lee, summa cum laude, SLHS. Ashlyn Lesky, magna cum laude, Social Work. Madison Lindbow, summa cum laude, Elementary Inclusive Ed. Taylor Miller, magna cum laude, SLHS. Rosalind Nehar, Social Work. Rosalind Nehar. Shelby Nightingale, summa cum laude, Early Child Ed, non-lice. Greta Olson, magna cum laude, SLHS. Riley Paulson, magna cum laude, Elementary Inclusive Ed. Kayla Polieski, summa cum laude, Elementary Inclusive Ed. Journey Ponting, Social Work. Ainsley Prabel, Magna cum laude, SLHS. Stephanie Puckett, psychology, social work. Jessica Rojas, social work. Mary Rupp, summa cum laude, psychology. Anne Sandine, summa cum laude, early childhood education. Mara Schomer, elementary inclusive ed. Ariana Schoblum, magna cum laude, elementary inclusive ed. Morgan Stark, magna cum laude, early childhood ed. Isabel Strege, summa cum laude, elementary inclusive ed. Alexa Strom, SLHS. Nina Tenson, cum laude, CJ, criminal justice. Abby Thompson, summa cum laude, psychology and social work. Merla Villa, summa cum laude, social work. Jaden Volk, early childhood ed. Audrey Welly, social work. Julia Wilmsmeyer, my apologies, summa cum laude, SLHS. Macy Walls, elementary inclusive ed. Kelly Zach, social work. And representing the faculty from the College of Education and Human Services, Dr. Lee Vigilant, professor in the Department of Sociology and Criminal Justice. Congratulations, graduates.
Dr. Kaya Christiansen Nelson, Dean of the College of Arts and Humanities, will present the candidates for degrees from the College of Arts and Humanities. Dr. Christiansen Nelson.
Will the candidates for the degrees in the College of Arts and Humanities rise and remain standing? President Downs. It is my privilege to present the candidates for the degrees in the College of Arts and Humanities. On behalf of the faculty of the college, I certify that these candidates have met all college, departmental, and undergraduate requirements for the degrees to be conferred.
Samuel Ray Crockett, summa cum laude, animation. Crystal Degelman, summa cum laude, commercial arts. Dylan Digman, EIT. Alexis Fremming, magna cum laude, communication arts. Sarah Getz, summa cum laude, film production. Sam Hannon, GID. Dana Jenny, GID. Emily Kallstrom, summa cum laude, social studies. Anisha Colmy, summa cum laude, TESL. Kenley Menke, summa cum laude, social studies. Jenna Maker, summa cum laude, political science, social studies. Jordan Matson, social studies. Bagracia Melcher, animation. Ava Jean Mortensen, magna cum laude, GID. Peyton Nevland, art education. Faith Quick, magna cum laude, English. Noah Severud, magna cum laude, communication arts. Emily Solberg, art education. Ryan Stangl, cum laude, music education. Lucas Vosberg, GID. Elizabeth Wheeler, summa cum laude, TESL. Jordan Zaveski, summa cum laude, GID. And representing the faculty from the College of Arts and Humanities, Dr. Sean Taylor, professor in the Department of History, Languages, and Humanities. Congratulations, graduates.
At this time, I'd ask the winter 2024 graduates to please stand. As president of Minnesota State Moorhead, and by the virtue authority invested in me by the Board of Trustees for the Minnesota State Colleges and Universities, I confer upon you the degrees as appropriate, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Graduates, this is your last test. We ask you to move your tassel from the right side of your hat to your left. This signifies that you are a graduate. Members of the audience, please join me in congratulating our newest graduates. And now, graduates, I would like you to turn around and applaud your parents, your families, and friends who have supported you through the years. Come on, graduates, give it up. All right, please be seated. As we celebrate your transition from student to graduate, we also pay tribute to the traditions of our past through the Minnesota State University Moorhead alma mater. Graduates and guests, please rise and join the MSUM Chamber Singers in singing the Minnesota State University Moorhead alma mater song. Thank you.
MSU Moorhead to be with love. future bright. Hail, hail, alma mater, and sing ever to our country's call. Ever changing, ever constant, ever true, our alma mater.
There it goes. We had so much fun during the rehearsal, I can't tell you. I think our president had the most fun. Well, students, faculty members, and platform party, please remain standing for the processional while we enjoy the balloons here. And members of the audience, you may be seated until the recessional is finished. Today's ceremony is now concluded. Congratulations to one and all. Thank you for coming.